I'm Steve Austin. You know it's big racks when I'm talking. I got that water on me like a faucet. I wear the trap till it's exhausted. These Gucci shoes, watch how you walking. Get fresh, getting dressed in the car.
Yeah, y'all know what time it is, man. It's time to get a little loud. Welcome to the You're Talking Too Loud show. You know what I'm saying? The new segment on the podcast. And it's your boy, Met Boy TDG, and my boy, Tommy.
Hey, what's going on, gang? What's happening, T?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Ready to go ahead and get cracking with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right. How you feeling, though, man? Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Man, bro, how you doing?
Man, I'm actually doing good, for real. I can't
Yeah.
complain. Yeah, I can't
Hey,
complain. A
hey, we
lot of
off the
things have
toilet this
changed.
time?
Huh?
We off the toilet this time?
Off the what?
Off the toilet.
Oh yeah, we off the toilet, man. It ain't the same shit no more. We
Hell
was
yeah.
having the green shit. Now we going back to the regular, some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
nah, hey, what was you telling me about off camera? Cause I
Oh,
want to talk about that to start off part, and it might throw me on a tangent. Let's see how it go.
alright.
But
Let's go
what
about it. So, basically, the word came back that the man himself, Charlie Kirk, a lot of people were calling him Jesus. A lot of people were saying that he was the miracle man, and a lot of people were also calling him. I think it was the Iron Man or something like that,
the
the
miracle
Steel
man?
Man.
The what?
Yeah, so basically they came
Hold
up
on.
with this name.
First of all, who the hell was calling him Jesus? Cause that's blasphemous as hell. First of all.
I don't know. There
Whoever
was
did
bunches
that,
of
you just got yourself a one way ticket. To be honest. So, but continue.
Yeah, so they all were commenting on basically everybody said that this has to be fake because Charlie Kirk, there's no exit wound of the bullet. If it was a 308, it would definitely had an exit wound. Um, and the FBI said that basically there was no exit wound because the bullet had stopped in his neck tissue, but his bone specifically stopped it. The bones in his neck.
First of all, first of all, how is he a miracle man when he died? How can you compare him to Jesus when one, he was a regular man just like me and you, and what works has he done besides sit up and talk? Which don't get
My
me wrong,
question is
don't get
this.
me wrong. He used to talk about the good book and talk about following Jesus and believing in God and all that, which is good. I do the same thing. But man, you ain't nowhere, man, none of us nowhere one, not even a percentage of what Jesus was. So to compare him to him just because he took a bullet to the neck, man, I'll smack shit out of somebody. I ain't even gonna hold you. To be
My
honest, bro.
question is my question is um like what's the miracle? He's still dead.
Thank you. What is the miracle? What
He's
is it?
still dead. He still died.
Man,
And how is he Jesus? He still ain't came back. Jesus rose after 3 days.
man, he ain't did nothing that Jesus done.
Yeah.
Not one thing.
Never, and never will. Never will.
Exactly. But I don't even want to talk about that anymore. That's gonna piss me off. I ain't gonna lie. That is gonna piss me off dramatically. No, I got you though. I got a question for you because the judge brought this up when I had him on the first episode. Cause I told him I don't. Do you believe in like outer space and other planets and aliens and shit?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna hold you.
Hell yeah.
I don't believe in none of that, and I'll explain
Mhm.
why.
Alright.
All right, because I didn't get to explain to him why, because we went off on a whole other tangent, but I'm gonna explain why. All right, so it is known, everybody knows, we live in a firmament. You can't get in, you can't get out. Well, you can still can get in, but you can't get out, right?
Right.
So how is it that there's outer space and the fact that there's other planets if you can't go out there and look? You don't even have the capability to go out there and look. So how you gonna tell me that? We don't even have the technology now to get to the moon. So you gonna tell me you know about other planets and all the components of them planets and what's going on the surface of them planets? How the fuck you know all that? You can't even get to the moon.
Word.
Sound like a whole lot of malarkey if you ask me.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, so you believe in the firmament, you believe in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard the saying, "We live amongst the stars"?
No,
You never heard that, or life upon a star.
I think I've heard that one, but I don't know what they meant by that. Cause
Yeah. Well, I just mean I just break it down to like the planets and everything. They're within the firmament. They're within the dome. That's why we can see them. That's why we can see the lights. That's why it makes sense when you go and open up your little telescope and look out and you look and you're like, oh, look, that's the moon. That's Jupiter. That's the Northern Star. Look, that's the Little Dipper made of fucking stars.
have you looked through a
So,
telescope and seen those planets?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes, when actually fun fact about me, when I was younger, I was a nerd about planets and the solar system. Loved it 100%. So much that I made my dad get me the only thing that I wanted for Christmas, cuz we only got like 2 or 3 gifts anyway. I was like, I want one thing, and I want it to be this fucking badass fucking telescope. And that can like fucking 5x zoom that shit. But yeah, no, dude.
So did you see just a bright light, or did you see the actual planet that they show us in these generated pictures?
So for the stars,
No, I'm talking
you
about the
main
planets.
you huh?
I'm talking about the planets.
About the planets. So like it's really hard to see like say like Mars or like Jupiter unless like it's a certain day and there's like it's a certain alignment and shit like that through how our planet's turning. But you can see them, but it's just like you see a light crevice and then you see like a just like a shadow of like something behind it, almost how like we see the moon, like we
Mm-hmm.
know it's like roundish, but we can't see the entire whole sphere,
Right.
but we know it's a sphere. That's kind of how it looks when it's zoomed in. It's just a little bit darker, actually. It depends what you're looking at. If you're looking at stars, they're really just bright. They're really just super super bright because they're so far away. It's really hard to see certain stars,
All right.
but you can. And the moon.
Before I throw my viewpoint in on it, I'm asking one more question. Now, aliens. You believe in aliens?
Now, it depends what you mean by like aliens, because I believe that we are aliens,
Extraterrestrials. Something
like
that's
not
not
from
from
this
here.
planet.
Something that's not from here.
Yes and no.
Okay. I can accept that because I'm the same way. Yes and no.
Okay. I say that I say yes and no because what I believe is there was a species, the Greys, that fed us our DNA. Their civilization was gonna die, and so they came and they traveled to our dimension. It was they had Earth first. They came to our dimension to save themselves and also save us before we extinct ourselves in our dimension, in our galaxy, and swap DNA with us and from a gorilla or whatever we were at the time, and we're all aliens. And there are a few extra different races around.
Okay. That was deep. But this is what I say. I don't believe in any of that. But
Okay.
if look in a different context, I do. You feel me? Because this is why.
Mm.
When it comes to outer space and everything, I don't believe in outer space. I believe in the earth and the heavens. What we think is outer space, it's probably the heavens. You feel me? Because, and this is why I bring up a lot of these facts, because everybody wants to say the Bible is true, but nobody wants to actually read it and see what truth is in it. You feel me?
Mm.
Because I've done a lot of research, because I'm currently in the process of rereading the Bible, and I've gotten pretty far in it. I've gotten a lot of knowledge from it. And I've seen that a lot of scientific things have proven a lot of things that are in the Bible, and there's a whole lot of correlations, unknown correlations that you would see, and it's like, huh, so they got that from this? You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Because people are under the misconception that the Bible was changed. It's been proven that it hasn't been changed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when it comes to that, I'm like, all right, yeah, no, I don't believe in outer space. What we think is outer space is that, because we can't reach outer space, because we can't reach the heavens until it's granted to us. Now, what, and another thing, I'm glad you brought up the planet Jupiter. You know where that name is also mentioned?
In the Bible.
Where at in the Bible?
Is it? Is it Revelations?
No, it's not in Revelation. It's actually in Acts.
Uh.
They had referred to Saul, aka Paul. They referred to him as Jupiter, and they referred to, oh God, what's his name? It's Paul, and was it
The other
Silas?
one is Saturn.
Yes. I can't remember if it was Silas or Timotheus, or I cannot remember his name right now. But yes, those are where the names of those planets come from.
Mm.
You feel me? And now, mind you, the Bible dates way before NASA and all that to name these planets, correct?
Correct.
All right, now I'll keep going. When it comes to aliens, now, the things we think or know as aliens are just demons. You feel me? There are
Yeah.
things, demons, evil spirits, all that. The real aliens are the angels and Jesus. Why? Because Jesus tells us he comes from a place that is not of here, that he prepares for us, but we can't come now. And when the time comes, something will come for us, and it will be the Holy Spirit.
Mm.
That will make him an alien. That will make the angels aliens, because they are not from here. God sends them here to spread the word, do whatever works he needs done.
Yeah.
So that's how I classify it. So it's like yes and no, like you said. Because,
Mm.
bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, people really need to read that book, because when I say it will blow your mind, think about how long ago the Bible was written, and think about the things that are happening now, or the things that have transgressed through history. It's a whole lot of coincidences, if you ask me. Too many, if you ask me.
Mm.
Cause,
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Way too many coincidences. There's a lot of things that have been spoken and proven. Um,
like
Even
circumcision.
like to the point where they tried to dis. I remember watching a whole series on National Geographic about them
Mm-hmm.
trying to disprove Moses and parting the Red Sea, and they were trying to say that it was winds and different stuff like that,
What?
and
So the wind's gonna part the whole sea.
trying to find a scientifical reason of why it could have happened, and not just he shoved his staff in the ground and it fucking spreaded for him like he told it to. Um, and they couldn't do it.
Exactly.
They couldn't prove that he didn't do it like
You
that.
know why? Because you can't explain God. You can't explain God. He's beyond your comprehension. Simple as that. He
Yeah, yeah,
tells us what
no
we need to
facts.
comprehend.
I think that we all, because it's been scientifically proven that we actually have a DNA cell that is designated to worship and
Really?
prayer. And so I truly believe that God was created as something for people to be given to look forward to the afterlife and not so bummed out about it, as
Right.
well
I'm gonna
as
stop you right there.
allow them to kind of basically have something to process themselves through.
I've heard
But at
that.
the same time,
I've
through
heard that
that,
theory before. Was
I
like,
think they manifested what is God. I don't think that God was ever not there. I think that they just access that frequency. Does that make sense?
no.
By wanting to know more and worshiping. Because you got to think, in caveman times, you know what I mean, when there was
Man, we wasn't never
nothing.
no caveman. That's bullshit. You think you
Yeah.
really evolved from a monkey? If we evolved from monkeys, why we still got monkeys? We wasn't no damn caveman, bro. Don't believe that shit. We was not
You
no
said if we
caveman.
evolved from monkeys while we still got monkeys. Nah, facts.
We was
Why
not no
hasn't a
fucking caveman.
motherfucker.
It was
Damn!
never no fucking Stone
Damn!
Age. It was never no
Damn!
Stone Age.
Bro, there wasn't no ever. You ain't never seen a monkey walk out the damn woods like, ooh, ah, like I'm
They
smarter than
been
all the
able to
rest
do
of
that
them.
because they always been the same. We did not come from them. We was never no Stone Age, none of that shit. No, it was never no Stone Age.
No.
It started with Adam and Eve and went on to Abraham, Isaac, and so on and so on. It was never no Stone Age. Don't believe that shit. People don't. Bro, if that was the case, why we ain't seen no species evolve from itself to something else yet? In the last 100, 200 years, there's no record of it at all.
Sure. Well,
So
it
you're
does
not
take.
going, nah,
It
hell
does
no.
take. They say it takes hundreds of thousands of years of evolution.
Man, it take God a second to create something. I believe that over some damn evolution. That sounds like some bullshit if you ask me. It's too many plot holes.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I always say, bro. Like it's better to believe in them than it's not. But more than anything, you believe in air and oxygen, but
Exactly. You believe in
you
gravity,
don't
can't
believe
see it.
that.
I don't believe in no Stone Age though. I don't, cause you still
Um,
got indigenous tribes and they don't live like Stone Age people. They just don't have
nah.
technology.
Now you're right about that. Cause think about this: why we got no movies about the Stone Age?
Exactly.
We got all these movies about medieval time,
But
what
now the
happened in the
Stone
Western
Age.
world, and we got movies about all that shit. But we ain't got no movies about cavemen.
The only movie I seen about something similar to the Stone Age, it it was a comedy movie and it drifted off to them, ended up in ancient Egypt, which wasn't no Stone Age. It was ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in no caveman shit. We ain't never been no Neanderthals, none of that bullshit.
Yeah, that bullshit. I believe,
Nah.
yeah, no, I believe somebody came over here and swapped our DNA with theirs and made us personally. And I think that it was somebody in Jesus and God's group, whoever they are. I believe that God is a spirit that the people listen to.
God created all
I
things.
don't
All
think
things
nobody
was
can
created
see
by
God. I
him.
think
So
that he's just a light, a frequency that has just been around for so long that it's just brighter, stronger, smarter, knowledgeable, more than
he
any
is.
other
Bro,
soul.
to
It was the
God,
first
one
soul.
day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. That don't make no sense because it's God. He created all things. He can make it like that. You feel me? It ain't about all of this. See, this is why I
That's what
tell
it
people
says
to
in the
read the
Bible,
book,
though.
bro.
It is
Because what you talking about right now,
1,000
that book
years.
talks about. You feel me? You ever heard the Satanic Bible?
Yeah, the
You know what it?
separation
You
of
know
God.
what it some of it entails? It doesn't teach hatred and murder and all that like people think. But what it does is teach you the opposite. of what the Bible is going to teach you in a way to trick you to think it's right. For example, you know how Jesus said, "Love thy neighbor as you love thyself," correct?
Yeah.
But what is a popular saying amongst everybody right now? If they don't love you, you don't love them. Only love the people that love you, right?
Yeah.
Guess where that came from? The
Mm.
Satanic Bible.
Damn.
But it sound good, right?
Yeah.
That's the trip the devil gonna make. He gonna make it sound good to make you think what's in the good book is not the truth, and it is the truth. See, the devil not gonna try to make you sit down and worship him. He tried that with Jesus and it ain't work. So he said, "All right, I ain't gonna do that no more. What I'll do is just make you not worship God and make you not worship Jesus.
What
That
fucks
way you
me up
already
is the
belong
same
to me."
person. What fucks me up though is the same person to establish the Bible, like the King James Bible,
Uh huh.
is also the same person who
Yeah.
established the
Yeah.
dermatology book.
Thing is, how you gonna? You gotta know both sides. You can't know what's right if you don't know what's wrong. Correct?
I mean, I definitely agree that. I can
And then
definitely
think
agree
about it
that.
like this, bro. I just said the devil even tried Jesus. He tempted Jesus himself. So why wouldn't he tempt anybody else? Why wouldn't he go to anybody else? And maybe he was smart enough to say, all right, I got all this knowledge from him. I ain't following you, but I'm gonna put this down to let everybody know, hey, this is what he gonna tell you. But this is what you need to follow. You feel me?
Word. Yeah.
Cause you can't show one without showing the other, cause then there will be no understanding. It will be nothing to understand for real.
I definitely agree. I
It,
definitely agree there.
how can
I
you
just
not sin if
thought,
you don't know what sin is?
I mean, it's true. I mean, he was just rewriting what was already written about the Bible, but he wrote the demontology book himself.
Facts. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. The only
Nah.
thing
I
that I
know
feel
there
like
is.
is
I know
wrong,
there are. Like my problem is if I were gonna, I want the Aramaic translation of the original Aramaic Bible because the original Bible is in Aramaic and that's like a Hebrew, Arabic mixed language.
bro, get it. It's available. Get it. And it's probably gonna say the same thing Bible say now. Honestly.
There's a few lines that are missing. You can probably find it online and look it up,
Oh,
but
this
it's
whole book's
something that.
missing out of the Bible. I done read some of them too, such as the book of Enoch, book of Adam, the book of Eve. There's a few books
Yeah.
missing, but I haven't read all of them yet, but I'll get to them.
Hell yeah. Hey, I encourage everybody to read. If you ain't
For
gonna read
sure.
the Bibles, at least read a book.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Facts.
And like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you this. I know what I'm talking about is right for the simple fact of like things that have been going on in my life. Like just last month, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I was having some bad shit going on with me in my life, bro. Like I was over here fucked up a little bit. And then once I came to, I'll say, I woke up, things started changing. Like remember how I used to tell you about how we got powers and I'm trying to figure out how to unlock them and how to use them?
Oh yeah.
I felt it for the first time recently, and I figured it out. I figured it out.
Mm.
It's in my hands. Like right now, I can feel it in my hands. You feel me? Like
Mm.
it's a heat that come in my hands. Like I'm not hot. I don't be hot. I won't be sweating. I'll be cool like normal. But my
Yeah.
hands will get so hot to where they're sweating. And it's not like I'm having an anxiety attack or panic attack or nothing like that. Cause I'll be calm. I'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? But this heat will come on my hands. And to be honest with you, I be scared to touch people because I don't know what'll happen.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But
Mm.
I definitely had the ability to do something. I'm just like I feel it right now, and when it activates when I'm in this mood, like talking about God, talking about Jesus. It feels like basically like the Holy Spirit come upon me and give me this power because in the Bible it tells you you can do all things through Christ Jesus and through the Lord our God. All things are possible. Nothing is impossible. it tells you the disciples, even after Jesus died, Peter, Saul, Paul, all them boys, they did the same thing as Jesus did through him. And every time they did something, they said, in Jesus' name, through Jesus, you will be healed, you will be whole, you will walk, you will do this, this, that, and third. And I feel like I that's the key to it. I figured it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Because I mean, bro, I've had people tell me things about myself before this time, and I think back now, and I'll be like, dang, they might have been right. You know what I mean? Like it's scary on the low. It's
Yeah.
scary on the low, but excuse me, it's a good feeling because I found my purpose. You know what I mean? And I know the truth. You ever
Facts.
read something and you just know, like, all right, I don't need nobody to prove me this right. I know this is right. Like you ever had that happen to you about something?
Huh?
Like you ever like seen something or read something or heard something, you like, all right, I know that's a fact. I don't need nobody to tell me or prove me that's a fact. I know 100% that shit is true.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I read that book. For sure, for sure.
Yeah. No,
Like
thanks. I started to read it a little bit because I got a couple of Bibles, and started to read a little bit of it. And there is a lot of shit. If anything, should a little bit more will make sense. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. What I don't recommend is reading like these easy read Bibles and stuff like that. You got to get original text where they're using the original language in it. It might be hard to understand sometimes, but I guarantee you, if you pray first for understanding, you will understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
recommend starting with Genesis, read Exodus, then read Matthew all the way through Revelations. I know it's a big portion being skipped, but those are the main ones I feel like everybody should start with because that's what I started with and gave me a lot of understanding.
Yeah.
You know, because Genesis and Exodus basically tell you the beginning, how everything came to be of the old times. And
Yeah.
then Matthew through Revelation tell you about uh, when Jesus came, he was born and all that, all the way through basically the end of the world when Judgment Day is gonna come. It tells all that. And when
Yeah.
I tell you, it will blow your mind the correlations and the things that you hear. It'll amaze you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I believe it, bro. And I encourage everybody to read that shit. That shit is definitely worth the read. If anything, like you said, bro, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. I ain't gonna lie. I hope y'all like. Honestly, I don't care if y'all call me a Jesus freak or whatever. You know, I don't claim to be a so-called Christian because in the Bible, not until later on in Acts, way later, they started calling them Christians or whatever. But they ain't even put the prophets didn't even put that name on themselves. The people did. You feel me?
Mm.
So it's like I don't care. Like I don't. If you ask me what I am, like I follow Jesus. I read that book and I believe in God. I follow God. I give Him the praise and worship. So
I feel like that's a misconception, though. Like, for at least for me, I was like, I follow God. I don't follow Jesus. I appreciate Jesus, but I follow
nah,
God.
hey, that's why I say you need to read that book. You need to read for
I
yourself, bro.
appreciate Jesus, but I think the people got it misconstrued. I pray to God, and I follow God, and I listen wisely to Jesus's teachings to learn from that. But as for don't get me wrong. When you're talking in prayer, you obviously have to bring up Jesus, but and say thank you, but at the same time your goal is to get closer with God.
You must ain't heard what I said. You must ain't read the scripture. Nobody shall see the Father but through me. Jesus said that.
Yeah.
Do you understand who Jesus was? Just wasn't a man that walked this earth. God literally sent a piece of himself in human form here. Jesus was the only man to walk this earth that never sinned.
Did you know that he asked Mary for consent if he could give her the baby?
Said what?
Said he asked Mary for consent to give her Jesus.
Who?
Mary
He asked her consent.
asked her if she would take Jesus, if she would be okay with taking
Where you
him.
read that at? 'Cause I ain't read that in my text.
Shit, that's in the new one,
In a new one.
New Testament.
No. No. Because when I read
You
it,
said you was
it
just
said
saying
the
they ain't
angels
changed
came
no
and
shit.
told them. They told the father and they told Mary, you will be a child and you will name him Jesus. They ain't asked for nothing. They ain't give consent for nothing. They told them. Man, God ain't got to ask consent for nothing. How you gonna
I
ask consent
mean,
for something,
it's
man?
respectful.
No. Man, you better
Yes.
respect God. Hold up. No.
Nah, man. You see, I agree, but I disagree. I think there's a level of respect there. You have to. Yes, he is a powerful being. Yes, he is the
Man, God
creator of
don't gotta
all
play by
time.
no man
But
rules.
I
He
treat
is
God, when I
God.
talk to God, I talk to God not like my father. I talk to God like he's my best friend. You know
Of
what I mean?
course, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, he ain't got to ask consent for nothing. If he gonna use you, he gonna use you, whether you like it or not.
No, that's true. No, that's true. He doesn't have to ask for consent. I'm just saying he does.
Nah, he gives us free will, but when it came to bringing Jesus here, he ain't asked no consent. He told them what was going on. Well, he sent an angel to tell them what was going on. If he sends an angel to you, ain't no talking about it. They about to tell you what it is. If God come to you and tell you something, ain't no talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
No,
when it
that's fact.
comes to scripture and the word and a prophet coming to you, you have that choice. When it comes to God or God sending his angels to you, ain't no talking about it, ain't no choice. You either gonna do, and if you don't, you get yourself a one-way ticket.
Word. Word.
Because at the end of the day with it, there is no man on this earth that is more powerful than him. So why would you disobey him?
That's fact.
Even
That's
with
fact.
even with Jesus, bro. You know Peter, right? It's probably like
Yeah.
the number one prophet. You know he walked on water with Jesus. You know
No
he did
shit.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, read it.
Damn.
It's in Matthew. He walked on water with Jesus, and you know what happened? He lost his faith, got scared. He got scared because the wind started blowing, and instead of focusing on Jesus and keeping his faith, he thought in man's idea and got scared, and he started to sing, and Jesus had to save him.
Mm.
I tell you that to tell you this. I understand to think of a man's terms because I still do it too, but at the same time, you have to realize, yes, we do have to think in man's terms sometimes, but when it comes to the spiritual side, that's what you need to follow. Because that is not going to equal to man's terms because it's not the same. It will never equal. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I hope that touched somebody. I hope I made some sense to somebody. Because my boy made sense too, what he was saying too. I'm not trying to discredit him at all. I have a responsibility to teach the gospel, you know? But
Nah, 100%,
everybody is
bro.
entitled to their beliefs. As long as your beliefs is teaching positivity and goodness at the heart, I'm all for it.
100%. 100%.
But hey, this has been the Talking Too Loud show. You know what I'm saying? We talk a little loud here, man. Y'all come back for the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Y'all take it easy.
Hey, I'm on the
Hell
grind,
yeah.
I'm trying to get mine. Rock black shades, thinking I'm blind. Fam said slides, well nigga, let's ride. Who got a wood? I'm trying to get high. Fuck that grand roll up a 3-5.